Hi friends, welcome again to Easy English classes. So yes, as we have already learned an introduction of English and importance of English, now I want to go ahead and continue with the classes where we had stopped. So as I just do a quick recap on what we have completed today, that's before the two sessions before this. So first session what we did was just an importance and introduction of English. That's the basic rules to be learned. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and the second session was something relating to tenses that we learned. We started with simple present tense and we have learned only positive sentences, how we have to make. But today we are going to go ahead and learn further with the same simple present tense, how to go ahead and make negative sentences, and also how to go ahead and form questions so that it's easy for you to ask a question, and also how you have to answer to the questions asked by others to you. Alright, so let us start today. As we have already completed simple present positive sentences, today we are going to go ahead and do with negative sentences. So here, the first thing is we are going to go ahead and talk about subject. Then we're going to talk about, this is the structure what we have to use to form a negative sentence in simple present tense. Then we are going to go ahead and work, that's V1, and then we have something called as not. Now for example, the same rule applies how you form a positive sentence in simple present tense. But here again the rule is, with I, you should always say don't, that's do not. People do say when you're writing, we usually don't use the short forms of the helping verb. We go ahead and give the full form of it. We say do not, we don't say don't. But when we are speaking, you can use the word, the short form, don't. So I don't. So with you, it's again don't. With he, she, it, my mother, my brother, my sister, my friend, it's doesn't. With again we, they, all of us, it's don't. Now here, so we say I don't like her. That means you don't like her. So same thing with again you don't come every day. So you don't come every day. Next, he, she, it. What you say, it's again doesn't travel every year. So it can be used only for animals or a thing, or even for places. We don't understand her language. We don't understand her language. What do you mean by this? We don't understand her language. So these are the basic rules that you need to know when you go ahead and form a negative sentence in simple present tense. Now, when we use don't and doesn't, your verb, you cannot add s or an es to the verb. You will always have to put the first column of the verb without adding s or es. So, she doesn't wait for me every day. I don't write on the board every day. She doesn't drink milk. The cat doesn't run fast. So all these type of sentences can be formed as negative sentences in simple present tense. Now this is the structure that you need to follow for negative sentences. Now, after this, the question comes here is, now we know how to form a positive sentence and a negative sentence, but now you need to know how to form the questions by using do and does, because that is very important. That's a simple way of asking a question to others, and most of them, when we communicate, we usually go ahead and ask the questions with do or does. So you should be in a position to understand in which situation and context they are using this particular type of a question. Now say for example, so do or does, question mark, And this is something called as questions formed in positive sentences, like saying do or does, subject plus verb, that's V1, and plus object. Now you should not forget to put a question mark because it's a question. Now how to answer these type of questions? It's very easy for a person to answer because as everyone knows English, the basics of English, it's very easy to answer by just saying yes or a no. So for this, answers can be given by saying the following. Like example, do you like chocolates? Do you like chocolates? You will say yes, I do. No, I don't. So you can give answers like if you like yes, you can say yes, I do like chocolates. No, I don't like chocolates. So this is a simple way of asking a question and getting the same answer, a simple answer from the others. And you when you're asked a question like with do or does, you can answer by giving them just yes or no, like this. Now, so the same thing applies, the same rule applies with the subjects again. So with do, you can say I, you, we, they. Okay. Do I know her? You can say. Or you can just make it a simple one. We'll keep this as common. Question mark. So it's like this. Do I know her? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you know her? Yes, I know. No, I don't. Do we know her? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Do they know her? Again, it's the same thing. Yes, we know. Yes, they know. No, they don't. So this is how you form a question with do. Now when you're using does, this is the end of it. Now when you're using does, you can say he, she, my sister, it. Does he drink fast? Does he drink water? You can put it as does he drink milk? Does he drink milk fast? Yes, he does. No, he does not. Does she drink milk fast? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does my sister drink milk fast? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does it drink milk fast? Yes, it does. No, it does not. So these are how you form a positive question by using do or does, and this is how you give answers to the questions asked with do and does. Yes, I do. No, I don't. A simple answer given to all the questions asked like this. Clear? So next, the last part is how do we go, see, as you already know this, how do we form a question with WH? So what do we understand by WH? WH, this is called as non-WH questions, which doesn't start with what, when, why, where. And WH questions are something that will start with what, when, why, where, how. So the simple format is like this. So we call it as WH questions. So I'll quickly write this. It's what, when, why, how, what, when, why, how, where. Then you can say which and whose has got a different structure. Okay, so there are 5 and you can say to who, from who. You can form simple several questions like this. Then you have to add do or does, then subject, then verb, that's V1, the first column of the word, and then object and question mark. Now, we take a which and whose later. So what do you like? What do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? Then, why does, see when we use do, we have to use you, because it's again based on what subject we use. We have to use do or does based on the subjects. So does, you can use he, she, it, my mother, my sister, my brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, anything. So why does he cry? Why does he cry always? Where do they sit in the library? So for these type of questions, you need to answer completely. So for example, where do they sit in the library? They sit in the last row in the library. So this is a few sentences, these are a few types of things that can be formed. So what do you like to eat? I like to eat chapatis or rotis. Why does he cry always? He cries always because he always misses his mom or misses his parents. So these are the type of questions that can be formed with WH. Alright, so I wouldn't be taking more time on this. These are a few things that you need to practice every day. So this is a structure that you need to follow. Alright, so today what you people can do is, you can spend around 15 to 30 minutes of your time practicing the do and does questions, and also go ahead and practice the WH questions for half an hour. Try answering them by yourself, and I would request you people to go ahead and speak verbally for 15 minutes, practice verbally for 15 minutes, and the remaining 15 minutes you can go ahead and write, so that, as I mentioned to you at the first session, you can improve both your writing skills and verbal skills without making any grammatical errors by following these rules. Alright, so in the upcoming session, we would continue with WH, which I need to complete. We would be going ahead and giving you which and whose, the structure by using which and whose, and then we will continue with the further sessions on tenses. Alright, so till then you can practice this and have a wonderful time. Thank you.